Construction on the Moody Center has officially begun. When you can expect the stadium to open next.
How one popular party street is becoming accessible only by foot. Find out how this will affect local businesses.
And a pipe burst over the weekend, streaming wastewater through a North Austin neighborhood. What city officials did to resolve the issue.
Good evening for Thursday, December 5th. I'm Jennifer Gonzalez.
And I'm Abigail Redondo. Thank you for joining us.
The future home of UT basketball and touring artist has officially begun construction. On Monday, UT President Greg Fenves, Matthew McConaughey, Athletic Director Chris Del Conte, and other prominent UT figures gathered for the groundbreaking ceremony for the Moody Center. The center will replace the Frank Irwin Center as a home stadium for basketball teams at UT and provide another concert venue for Austin. The university says it expects the Moody Center to open in 2022. While the basketball team is building a new arena, Texas football coach Tom Herman hopes to build a better team next year with a series of staff changes. Offensive coordinator Tim Beck was reassigned to be the quarterback's coach, while defensive coordinator Todd Orlando and wide receivers coach Drew Meringer were fired. Craig Navar, current safeties coach, will take over as the DC for the Longhorns bowl game, while Herman will search for a new OC immediately.
UT has officially joined a select group of universities that are classified as not affordable for low and middle income students. According to a recent Institute for Higher Education policy report, low-income students needed around $7,000 additional dollars to cover their total costs. However, starting in fall 2020, the university will begin granting free tuition to any student with a family income of less than $65,000. This is all thanks to the Texas Advance commitment. UT's president has agreed to meet with the sexual misconduct protesters. The protesters formed a group called the Coalition Against Sexual Misconduct. They said in a statement Monday that President Greg Fenves and the provost have agreed to attend a student-led forum to address the complaints that are behind the recent protests. The forum will be held within the first few weeks of the spring semester.
A yearbook article has caused two Round Rock ISD parents to file a lawsuit against the district. The parents say that back in 2018, their then 16-year-old daughter was used as a subject of a mental illness story without their permission. The lawsuit states that the teen stopped eating after the article hit social media.
Police are still investigating a Walmart safety hazard where a razor blade was attached to the inside of a shopping cart handle. Silver Taylor was at the Walmart in Cedar Park when two customers in line at the pharmacy told her she was bleeding. A razor blade had cut her hand, causing Taylor to faint and hit her head.
If anyone really understands the gravity of how thankful I am that I got hurt and not a child, my sons.
Says they are asking Walmart for a settlement. Cedar Park police say no one has been arrested in connection with this incident. Austin is ranked 126 out of 182 cities in the safest cities in 2019 list. According to WalletHub, the safest cities to live were based on three key categories. Austin ranked 135th in home and community safety, 98th in natural disaster risk, and 40th in financial safety. Plano, Texas ranked in the top 5 safest cities overall.
Over 300 crashes occurred on one Austin road in the past 5 years. Now, the Texas Department of Transportation is aiming to make the street safer. Cameron Road in northeast Austin, which stretches into the DeSalle Road, makes up nearly 70% of all accidents that have injuries or deaths. Transportation officials say the road has a lot of congestion and that accidents often happen when drivers are turning onto the road. You can give feedback to the planners until December 22nd. Reconstruction planning will begin shortly after. More than 100,000 gallons of wastewater flowed through a North Austin neighborhood because of a sewage leak. The leak was caused by a pressure buildup and was found this past Sunday. Pipe repairs took a whole day to stop the sewage break. The leak shut down the Green Hills neighborhood park, and residents were advised to stay clear of the area.
We actively look to repair pipes that have reached, before they reach the end of their useful life. In this case, the pipe failed before that.
The wastewater was leading to Bull Creek and has been cleaned up by Austin Water. The Texas Commission on Environmental Quality said the situation will not affect Austin's drinking water. Austin Water is looking to replace pipes in the area to prevent further breaks. Later tonight, Austin City Council will be looking into allegations of racism and homophobia within the city's police department. The allegations include racist language used by department leaders and forcing someone to attend Christian gay conversation therapy. Austin City Council might delay the start of the new police cadet classes while APD is investigated by a third party.
Why the Supreme Court is taking up a Second Amendment case in nearly a decade.
A stray bullet flies through a toddler's bedroom. Find out what happens next.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Senator Kamala Harris has officially dropped out of the 2020 presidential election. Her decision was announced early this week and leaves a handful of remaining Democrats in the race. Harris said she didn't raise enough money to maintain a successful campaign. Demand in Texas for medical marijuana continues to grow after the state legislature earlier this year relaxed laws governing its use, but licensing of the new distributors is on hold. A law passed in the last session of the legislature expanding the use of medical marijuana, opening up a need for more dispensaries. However, the Department of Public Safety has suspended licensing legitimate distributors of medical marijuana for what reasons remain unclear. Reporting Texas TV reporter Madeline Ryder explores the issue in a story on reportingtexastv.com.
For the first time in a decade, the debate over gun rights is returning to the Supreme Court. Lower courts upheld the New York case, which allows licensed gun owners to transport their weapons outside of New York. With the Supreme Court now majority conservative, gun right advocates hope the High Court will change gun restrictions across the country. A decision is expected by late June. A new statue of civil rights pioneer Rosa Parks was unveiled on Sunday in Montgomery, Alabama. The ceremony coincided with the anniversary of Parks' arrest on a Montgomery bus. About 400 people attended the ceremony, including Parks' former attorney. Montgomery Mayor Stephen Reed says the statue will inspire future generations to push towards strength, courage, and equality.
Today, the College of Natural Sciences will host a panel discussion about our memory. This is part of a neuroscience initiative to engage with the Austin community. Dinah Chukwu is live in the newsroom with the details.
UT Brainstorms, a conversation on the brain, is returning for a third season at the Lady Bird Johnson Auditorium in the LBJ Library. 3 neuroscientists will be here to talk about how children and adults use their brains to navigate the world. UT professor of neuroscience Michael Mock says the purpose of brainstorms is to connect with the Austin community and educate people about the impact this field has on our daily lives.
We find out things that interest people, things that worry people from the kinds of questions they ask. But mostly we just feel that as a world-class neuroscience department, that it's one thing that we should be doing is reaching out to the community in which we live.
At the LBJ Auditorium, live in the newsroom, Dinah Chukwu, reporting Texas TV.
Looking for a unique gift this holiday season that will make an impact? Our very own Jordan Rush found the perfect place for you, here in the heart of Austin.
Sip and shop for unique holiday gifts at the 19th annual Blue Genie Art Bazaar. One of the biggest art marketplaces of over 200 local artists and businesses in Austin.
This one's the biggest, and this is the one where I see artists running around. Artists are restocking every day, so you get to talk with them, and you're maybe at your little soap booth, and you see them reload, and you're hey, tell me more about this. It's you get a lot more interaction, and it's just a cool spot.
And those who attend understand the impact of supporting local businesses.
My dad was a small business owner growing up, and so I understand what that means to a community, what that can do for a family, and making sure that local artists and honestly local businesses are supported.
So if you're looking for that perfect gift for someone in your family, that person that's hard to shop for, and you still want to make an impact on your local community, you can come to the Blue Genie Art Bazaar and you can get unique gifts like a fun coaster, fun mugs, artwork, anything for that go-to person on your shopping list this year.
These are people who have multiple jobs. This is their side hustle. This is how they pay for their kids' childcare. This is the money goes straight back to them. It doesn't get filtered through anything else. This is people's livelihood right here, and you're supporting people in your community. You're supporting your next door neighbor. This is what it's about. This is the community, the Austin community.
And the instant you step inside, you'll find that Austin feel from within.
Our show is uniquely Austin. And if you want to get a sense of what Austin is like, our show is a place to do that.
The Blue Genie Art Bazaar is open for shopping from now until December 24th. And I don't know about you two, but I am a chronic late shopper, so I'll probably be there on Christmas Eve.
For sure, I can agree with you on that one.
I gotta check it out. Thank you, Jordan. The annual Coats for Kids drive is looking for your help in reaching their goal of 35,000 coats this year. The drive has been providing warm coats to kids in Central Texas for the past 34 years and has recently taken the event to new levels by getting schools involved.
We're partnering with 5 different elementary schools here in Austin this year to where we're doing 100% fulfillment. We have identified some schools that it's really challenging for their parents to get them there on Saturday. So on Thursday, they're going to come pick up coats for their entire school to distribute.
If you would like to get involved, you can go to jlaustin.org to sign up to volunteer or donate money to the cause.
A Wisconsin mother is thanking God and a baby shark toy for saving her daughter's life. 3-year-old Isaiah was sleeping in her bed Friday night when a bullet came into her room on the 2nd floor and struck the baby shark toy laying beside her.
If the bullet would have came just a couple more inches, it could have targeted her. It was really like God, he really had my baby wrapped.
Police found more than 40 shell casings near the child's home and are currently investigating the case.
The city of Austin is closing Rainey Street to traffic. Starting tonight and ending Saturday, the street will be closed to help improve safety around bars. A letter signed by local businesses and condos says the city failed to deliver on many Rainey Street goals. They also added that they are working with local businesses to ensure there are no issues with the street closure.
We talked to businesses prior to initiating the pilot and found out, when their major delivery times and operating times where they use Rainey Street. So we took that into account in the pilot hours. All of these businesses will still have access via an alley.
Plans to shut down Rainey Street to traffic every weekend through March 8th.
Being a student athlete comes with many responsibilities. Find out how UT resources help them balance their school and sports lives.
You'll want to step out and enjoy the weather this weekend. Carly will have the weekend forecast after the break.
Okay, this is the one.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close.
I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words.
These are not my words.
These are not my words.
Si los amas como para reaprender ecuaciones, para poder enseñárselas, entonces los amas como para visitar nhtsa.gov/protegidos y comprobar que van correctamente abrochados en el asiento trasero del auto.
With Julia's autism?
The weather has been all over the place.
Yes, definitely. I don't know if I should pack my jacket. I don't know what to put on in the mornings. Carly, what is it looking like for this next week?
Well, good news. The things are going to get a lot more consistent over the next few days. So if you don't mind a little cold weather, you might enjoy this weekend. The day started off with a little fog, but it cleared up pretty quickly as the sun peeked out to brighten up the day a bit. Right now, it's partly cloudy with a high of 75 degrees and a south wind of 5 to 10 miles per hour. But things are going to cool down a bit tonight, with the lows reaching 53 degrees. This sunny and cool night combo will be a pattern for the next few days. So if you like a little cool winter air, this may be a great weekend for you to get outdoors with a light jacket, of course. Friday, you can expect some sunny skies with a high of 68 degrees and a low of 42 that night. Saturday, we stay in the sunny 60s with a high of 66 degrees and a low of 48 degrees. Sunday, we get back into the 70s with a high of 75 degrees. But on Monday and Tuesday, the cold and rain chances return with 20 to 30% chance of rain and to start the weekend off. So if you like going out during like a little cold air, getting the holiday spirit, this may be a great weekend for you.
Well, that sounds great.
For sure. The cool weather definitely gets me into the holiday spirit, drinking a little hot chocolate.
Yes, I love it.
It'd be nice. One holiday tradition just got a whole lot sweeter.
How student athletes are finding different ways to succeed on the field and in the classroom.
Student athletes juggle many different. They may be amateurs, but when it comes to juggling sports and schoolwork,
what a great week it was in Texas sports.
Definitely. We saw a lot of Longhorn team wins.
Yes, definitely. Football, basketball, volleyball, all great wins. But on top of being athletes, they are students. For student athletes, being a student first is a vital role they must play. And for UT athletes, the Academic Center see them succeed. Tuesday, Dare Margosian takes an inside look at what support they provide.
Student athletes juggle many demands. They may be amateurs, but when it comes to juggling sports and schoolwork, many are forced to become pros quickly. Having academic counselors like Marisol Medina aids student athletes with class scheduling and degree audit planning.
Generally, I meet with students, especially first years, on a weekly basis to kind of check in with them to see where they're at, where their progress is.
And for some UT students, like softball player Caitlin Washington, they can come right here to take care of all their academic needs. Student athletes must maintain a 2.0 GPA to be eligible to compete in their sport.
First thing I do is just come in and write out a little schedule for myself, and then just get to work on things that need to be done, like depending on when they're due. So yeah, I use this time pretty wisely.
Strategic tutors are one of the many amenities that UT Study Hall provides to help athletes with time management and allow them to stay task-oriented.
Just I come in and I help the students plan their week, so I go over like their canvas and see, if they have any upcoming assignments, and then we kind of strategize, how they're gonna break down and complete those assignments.
Amenities help every athlete succeed and be a pro in academics. Tuesday, Dare Margosian, reporting Texas TV.
Last Friday, the Texas Longhorns competed in their final home game of the season against the Texas Tech Red Raiders. The Longhorns started the game down 14-0. However, led by junior quarterback Sam Ehlinger, the team would have an offensive explosion in the middle of the game and go on to win 49-24. Most Longhorn fans would categorize this season as a disappointment after they were unable to live up to early season expectations. However, the Texas Longhorns finished with a record of 7-5 and earned eligibility to compete in a bowl game. Some games to look forward to this week are women's volleyball starts their run at a championship tonight in a first-round battle against the University of Albany at the Gregory Gym at 7 p.m. On Sunday, women's basketball travels to Knoxville to take on the Tennessee Lady Volunteers at 1 p.m. And men's basketball goes to Fort Worth to compete in the Lone Star Showdown against Texas A&M at 2 p.m.
A family expresses concern over a holiday tradition to honor a loved one that may be disrupted.
A very creative and long tradition continues in Austin this holiday season. Find out why this year is unique.
Got a quarter?
You've messed up your son's haircut.
Mom?
Do you A, try to fix it?
Like it never happened.
B, work with what you got? Or C, show solidarity?
Thank you, babe. As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
What are you, superheroes?
Just four brothers who hate bullies and love this city. Gear up, guys.
Everywhere that we go, he makes people laugh and makes people smile, and I feel like I have that quality.
He's the one who always takes me fishing. I watch golf with him. And
I watch him cook, because when I grow up, I want to be a cook too.
We have the same faces like this.
Dad is the one, when you fall, that picks you up.
That unconditional sense of presence and reassurance is really what makes him my father.
Chances are when you pass by Loop 360, you have seen the trees decorated for the holidays. One of those trees is by the Nickens family, but now they're worried it's going to be cleaned up by crews on Sunday. The Nickens decorate the tree in honor of their late mother. They plan to be there this weekend to make sure the decorations aren't taken down. Every year, after the holidays, the family returns to clean up the tree.
7-time Grammy winner Alanis Morissette announced her 31-day North American tour. The tour kicks off next year and will make a stop here in Austin. Tickets will be available for pre-sale beginning on December 11th at 11 a.m. The Four Seasons has created its largest gingerbread village featuring Austin and other unique cities. It took chefs about 100 hours to make the edible creation. The attraction is a holiday tradition to benefit People's Community Clinic, and that year they have raised $8,000. You can view the completely edible gingerbread village inside the Four Seasons lobby. Thank you for joining us today on Reporting Texas TV.
This is our last show of the semester, and before we say goodbye, we want to take a moment to acknowledge our graduating seniors, Brenna Henthorne and Abigail Arredondo. So what are y'all's future plans? Do y'all have anything lined up for this December?
I mean, yeah, I have a job lined up already. I'm going to go to Abilene.
Wow, congratulations.
I am going to be searching for jobs here in Austin or San Antonio, where I'm from.
I'm sure y'all will do great, and we wish y'all the best. UT, the Moody College of Communication, the class.
Yeah, I know. It's been wonderful. The whole experience has been amazing.
Well, congratulations. Once again, we want to wish everybody the happy holidays, and we'll see you next semester.